Right now, your phone is performing billions of tiny electrical decisions every second. But how can electricity make decisions? That's exactly what electronics is. Look around you. Your phone, your lights, the fan spinning above you, even the device you're using to watch this video. The reason all of these devices work is electronics. By the end of this lesson, you will know exactly what electronics really means, why it matters so much in the modern world, how it is different from something called electrical, and where you will see it working in everyday life. This is lesson 1 of our complete electronics course, so let's start from the very beginning with zero assumptions. Let's start with a simple question. What is electronics? In the simplest words, electronics is the science of controlling electricity to perform useful tasks. Notice the word control. That word is the entire secret. Electricity by itself is just energy moving through a wire. But electronics is what decides how much of that electricity flows, when it flows, and where it goes. Think of a school. The students are like electricity, full of energy, ready to move. But without teachers guiding them, there would be chaos. Electronics is like the teachers and the timetable, and the teachers decide where that electricity should go. That structure and control is what turns raw energy into something useful, like a working computer or a glowing light. Now let's answer the next big question. Why does electronics matter so much? Because almost nothing modern works without it. Your phone does not just use electricity. It uses electronics to decide how that electricity should behave, so the screen lights up correctly, the speaker plays sound at the right volume, and the battery does not overheat. Without electronics, we would only have raw, uncontrolled electricity, powerful but useless for precise tasks. Electronics is what turns raw power into intelligence. That's why your phone doesn't just receive electricity, it knows what to do with it. This brings us to something many beginners get confused about. Electronics and electrical sound similar, but they are not the same thing. Here is the easiest way to understand the difference. Electrical systems deal with large amounts of power, moving in simple ways. Think of the wiring in your house, the electricity pole outside, or the motor inside a washing machine. Their main job is to move electricity from one place to another, usually to produce heat, light, or motion. Electronics usually works with much smaller amounts of electrical power, but controls it very precisely. It is not just about moving electricity, it is about shaping it, switching it, and making decisions with it. Here is a simple way to picture it. A big highway carrying thousands of cars is like an electrical system, moving a huge amount of traffic from one point to another. Electronics is more like the traffic signals and road signs guiding that traffic, deciding who moves, who stops, and when. Both systems deal with movement, but one is about raw power, and the other is about smart control. So where do we actually see electronics working around us? Everywhere. Inside your phone, electronics manages the display, the touch response, and the internet connection. Inside your television, electronics processes the picture and sound. Inside your car, electronics controls safety features like airbags, and even how efficiently the engine runs. Even something as simple as a digital wristwatch is a small electronic system, quietly making decisions every second. Notice the pattern. Anywhere, something needs to be controlled precisely, not just powered. Electronics is working behind the scenes. Let's quickly recap what we learned today. Electronics is the science of controlling electricity to perform useful tasks. Electrical systems move large amounts of power in simple ways, while electronics controls smaller amounts of electricity in smart, precise ways. And electronics is not some rare, advanced topic. It is already all around you, running quietly inside almost every device you use daily. Now that you understand what electronics actually is, a natural question comes next. If electronics is all about controlling electricity, what exactly are we controlling? In the next lesson, we will break down 3 of the most fundamental ideas in all of electronics: current, voltage, and resistance. These 3 ideas are the foundation of everything in electronics. If you want to truly understand electronics from the ground up, make sure you do not miss that lesson. Subscribe, stay curious, and I will see you in the next one.